So you want to go to Anfield, you want to watch Liverpool play, but you don't know how to get started with it. You don't know what to do and how to get tickets. Well, this is going to be a comprehensive guide where I go through everything that I've learned over the years so you can get tickets without going through touts, without paying £300 a ticket, everything legit through the club. You can start to build up your credit system, and I will talk about what a credit system even means and the different types of tickets that there are. Because, you know, there are different types and it depends how often you can go, whether it's a one-off. So first of all, this is the ticketing website when you log in as a member. So I'm an all red member, which means I've got access to tickets, ballots, all the good stuff. There's no kind of like tiered membership. So there isn't another membership that makes me more eligible. If you're a member, you can get tickets. If you're not a member, you can't get tickets. It's that simple. So it starts with a membership. And of course, there's different types of memberships. There's child memberships, there's adult memberships, there's over 65 memberships, etc. So you've got to have a membership. And what's really important is you can only get one ticket per membership. So if you get a membership and you're looking to get a ticket for you and a friend, or you and a family member, you can't. You have to have your own membership. And you can link your memberships together. So for example, if you're on my friends and family list, I could buy a ticket for me and you, but that's because you've got your own membership. But we can dive into memberships. If you want to know more, let me know in the comment section if you don't quite understand the membership system. But we're going to dive into tickets. So there's match day tickets or there's hospitality. Now, hospitality is the extremely expensive way to go. You can see here, look, this one's £1,920, 756, 756, 660 for Liverpool Everton. That's, you get a meal before, 3-course meal, you get padded seats, but your actual seat is no different than anyone else that's paid like £60 for a ticket, £50 for a ticket, £40 for a ticket. You haven't got a box or anything. You just get to go to one of the restaurants beforehand, and yeah, you get to get a ticket to the match that way. Now, I'm not interested in going too much about hospitality right now. It's something that I'm never ever going to do. I'm more about match day tickets. So first of all, the first way of trying to get a ticket is through the ballot system. So if I go here, tickets, ballots. Now, they've already passed, so there isn't any ballot to get to at the moment. This is for Premier League matches, by the way. I'm going to focus on Premier League matches first of all. So here, for example, we've just had the ballot for the first half of the games up into New Year. So if you didn't enter that ballot or you weren't successful, no worries. In the second half of the season, so, the other 9-10 matches, there'll be a ballot system again for the remaining matches in 2026 up until the end of the season. You can enter the ballot here. The chances of getting a ticket this way is extremely slim. Put it this way, I've only ever got one ticket in the ballot. One ever. And I've pretty much done this for the last 5-6 years. So there is the ballots, but that's a secondary thing. The main way you can get tickets is, first of all, registering on time, and I'll talk about it in just a moment, and it's entering the hall map. So the hall map is something that looks like this. I know it says the Women game. Don't worry, it's no different. Although actually I need to find Anfield. There we go. This one's Anfield. There we go. This is what the stadium looks like. And at the moment, you can see that loads of the stands are red. That means that there aren't any tickets. We've got orange here, which means low availability. So, for example, if I go into the section, we can see that there's dotted tickets about, low availability. Or you've got then green, which shows that there's much higher availability. So you can see, look at that. You've pretty much got the whole stand available, the whole area of the stand available. Now, when you go into Premier League matches, this is all going to pretty much be completely red, which means there's not going to be any orange. There's not going to be any green. Now, this is called refreshing the hall map. If you see when people say refreshing the hall map, it's because they're literally refreshing the hall map. So for me, it's F5. And then every so often, tickets will appear and you click choose seats for me. Now, at the moment, obviously, there's tickets available. We haven't got an option. This one's sold out. Here we go. This is the perfect example. So this is the friendly. Okay, this is the perfect example. This is Anfield. The tickets are sold out. You can see this section here has got low availability, but that is hospitality. So this section here, the AM, the middle of Anfield Road, Annie Road, the middle of the main stand are all hospitality. And also in the Kenny Dalglish stand, this little slither here, they are also hospitality. So refresh, and you can see that at the moment we've only got hospitality. You keep on refreshing basically, and as soon as any of the other stands become available, you click choose seats for me. Don't click the area and go into selecting your seats like I showed you before. It'll be gone by then. You have to click choose seats for me, and that will get potentially a ticket. But remember, there are going to be thousands of people doing this. You've got to be quick. You've got to dedicate some time. This is the way to do it. Now, to be able to see the hall map, you need to actually be registered. So this is for this season. So at the moment, we've got Bournemouth, which is the first game of the season. The ballots have run. Okay, so they've just happened on the 31st. I was unsuccessful for Bournemouth. Okay, so I put myself in for Bournemouth. Any person that's got a membership can put themselves in for Bournemouth. Didn't get a ticket. That's fine, because on the 5th of August, we can actually register, and we have to register on the 5th. And that means that we get this additional member sale. If you see the letters AMS, that's additional member sale. And that means that some more tickets are going to become available. Not many, but some. Then on the 11th of August, so we're talking quite tight. The game is the 15th, but on the 11th of August, you will get your own unique link. So you get sent an email once you registered. You click that link, you enter a queue. At 11 o'clock on the 11th of August, you get given a queue number. Now, it doesn't matter if you get on at 10:30 or 11 o'clock. The queue number you get given is predetermined by your unique link. So, for example, I could get unique link number 50. Another game, I could get 50,000. It doesn't matter if I log on at 10:30 and wait in the queue, or if I log in at 11 o'clock, dead on 11 o'clock. My queue number has been predetermined. And that queue number goes down once people buy their tickets. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's extremely slim that you're going to get a ticket by doing this, by getting through the additional member sale straight off the bat. Very, very few, very rarely. I think I've been last year for Brentford opening game of the season at Anfield. I think I was 160th in the queue, and I think I got one just, and I was 160th. My queue numbers for the rest of the season have been like 8,000, 12,000, 13,000, 45,000. So you very rarely get a ticket this way. But by registering, what it does, it gives you access to this hall map. Now, if you didn't register for the sale, so if I forgot to register for Bournemouth, I can get access to the hall map, but I can't buy a ticket. So even if I manage to get a ticket in my basket, it will say I'm not eligible because I didn't register. I can't stress that enough. You have to register for the games to be able to get a ticket. And then it's all about that refresh game. So look, it's sold out. You refresh and you refresh, hoping that a ticket is going to come up. Now, I know it sounds ridiculous, but this is how I've got every single ticket pretty much. When you get your ticket, and I don't want to go too much into this, but I will at a later date, it's either going to be a credit or it's going to be a season ticket return. If it's a credit, that goes towards your account. If it doesn't, if it's a season ticket return, you get the ticket, but you don't get a credit. So you're not eligible for games basically in the season after. So for example, Arsenal and Everton are the next two home games. To be able to access these games, you needed to have recorded at least 4 credits the season before. So gone to 4 games and have 4+ credits on your system. So 4 credits, 5 credits, 6 credits, etc. I've got 4 credits on my system, so I can access Arsenal and Everton. I've still got to register, even though it says additional members sale. If you haven't got 4+ credits, you can't register. You still got to register, and then you do the additional sale here. Now, because I've got 4+ credits, Arsenal, Everton and Manchester United were the 3 games at the moment where 4+ credits from the season before can go into the ballot. So similar to what I said about the ballot before, with the general matches, there are certain games, Everton, Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, that Spurs, that will be 4+. I was successful in Liverpool Man United, so I've got my ticket already for Liverpool versus Man United. I haven't for Everton or Arsenal, so I'm going to have to register on these dates and try and get through the queue number, or by refreshing the hall map, which looks like this. Again, refresh, choose seats for me. And that is how you can get tickets the correct way without spending an absolute fortune. Now, this is nothing to do with me, by the way. This is not my account, but this is so helpful. And out of all the tickets X pages that I follow, this is the most important one. LFC sales info and the community. Join that community, because if I show you what that community looks like, if I just go back, you get the little tab at the top. You'll get people posting in here all the time. So, for example, if I go to most recent, you'll get information. Look at this. So Lambda has put in here, non+4 game emails are being sent out. So then people finding out through their emails whether they got a ballot ticket or not. But there's just lots of good questions. Do hospitalities count as credits? They do. If you get a hospitality ticket that counts as a credit, it's good to know that. Got my 4+ email and then a follow-up with the wrong seats. Nothing on the non-4+ games. Again, there was a correction email. So hopefully there's been a comment saying it's been a correction email. Same here, but they've forgotten about us. So I'm just going to put in here, correction emails will be sent out, because that happened to me as well. So again, just get involved in the community. Without even posting, you'll get a lot of good questions be put in here. If you put your own questions in here, there'll be someone that will send a message. You'll be more active when the season starts. Can I send a ticket to friends and family but keep a credit or ticket? Again, there'll be good information here. No, which is absolutely correct. You'll lose the credit, but your friend or family will be able to go to the game. So it's really good information. This is probably the best community for ticket sales. But yeah, if you've got any other questions, leave it in the comment section below. I'm going to be posting lots of things about how to get tickets. I'll be posting up updates through shorts, like register now. This is the link you have to go through to get this ticket sale, etc. I will be posting some content as well around Liverpool. Like I will be going to a lot of games, so I'll be posting a bit of content beforehand, talking about predictions. You'll never see me video any footage during the game though. I'm there to enjoy the game. Phone's been put away, camera's been put away, immerse myself in the atmosphere and the crowd and supporting the team. But then it might be like a follow-up video as well, talking about the game, reflection as I get in the car and drive home and stuff like that. So if you want to see this kind of content, a like and a sub is appreciated. This is a new account, so any sort of support is greatly appreciated. Hopefully that gave you a bit of information and insight into the ticket system. And if that did, like I said, a like and sub is massively appreciated. And I'll see you for some more Liverpool Football Club content.